Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at this electronic hand warmer from HotRox. Now there's actually a few different types of these on Amazon from different manufacturers, but this one has the best review. So I actually reached out to them and said, hey, could you send me one for review? Because I wanted to compare it against this one from Zippo. Now the one from Zippo actually uses lighter fluid, and there are some pros and cons to that, and I want to compare them today. Now this one costs, as you can see here, $19.99, and for that you get the HotRox hand warmer, you get a charge cable. This is a mini USB cable, and it comes in this little plastic container here. Now if you buy the more expensive package, they'll also give you a USB charger, and you'll also get a little sock container for this. Now everybody's got a spare USB charger from their cell phone or their tablet, or even just plugging it into their computer. For instance, I could use this one here from Apple. This is for an iPhone or an iPad. I could plug that in, or if I'm on the go, I could use something like this power bank, plug this in and recharge this. Now one thing to note is that they do say on the back here not to use any charger that's capable of higher than 1 amp. Now I've tested it and I've not personally had any problems, and to me it seems like this would be designed to only draw a certain amount, for instance under 1 amp. So I would be very surprised if this would really cause a problem by using a 2 amp or higher charger, but technically they don't recommend it. Now on the unit itself, it's got two settings, medium and high. You just flick it on, the light comes on and it flashes to let you know that something's happening, and within probably like 5 seconds you can already start to feel the heat coming through, and it really is that quick. That's a nice thing I like about this. If you compare that to the Zippo one, with the Zippo one I have to fill it up with lighter fluid, I have to start the ignition process with this, there's a smell of gas. Yes, the Zippo one gets super hot, probably hotter than the HotRox, and perhaps, you know, if you were going to say the Antarctica, this would be more useful. Pack some Zippo fluid, pack one of these, and it will keep you going for a long time without having to recharge. But this one is just so much more convenient. They both had their pros and cons, but for a lot of people I think the HotRox is probably more convenient because you flick the switch and it's on straight away. You can put this in your pocket, walk to work, especially like in the winter months. Walk to work, this will keep your hands warm. Then when you get to the office, you just plug it into your computer, recharge it, and use it when you're going home. Now saying that, it actually lasts for up to 6 hours. Now of course that's on the medium setting. If you put it on the high setting, you're looking at about half of that, with about 3 hours estimated. And I haven't run it all the way down to empty, but I've been getting pretty much, you know, a pretty fantastic battery life out of this, so I don't have any doubts that it would last that long. My only concern is that heat generally kills batteries. The hotter the battery gets over time, it's going to shorten its life. So I'm very curious to have a look inside this thing and actually see how they've designed it. Very curious indeed. Now like I said, this was a review unit, so that was very nice of them to give it to me, and yeah, it really does work fantastically. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my FLIR thermal camera and I'll show you exactly how fast this heats up and what kind of temperatures it gets to. Now let me tell you, it only gets hot on this side. It does not get hot on both sides like the Zippo does. It only gets hot on one side. Okay, so this is a FLIR thermal camera, and it allows us to measure the temperature of things. So you can see right now it's measuring the HotRox around 32 degrees Celsius. It is a little bit warm because I just had it running, you know, just moments ago. So let's turn on the switch and then turn it over. This is the medium setting, and we should be able to see, look, can you see how quickly it's warming up? You can see that hot spot in the middle. Let me try and focus the camera. So it's currently at around 44 degrees Celsius, and it's still rising. And there you go, we're measuring around 46 degrees Celsius in the center there, and if we check the edges, we're reading around 43, 45, so anywhere up to around, I don't know, maybe 46, 47 degrees Celsius on the low setting. Now if I put it on the high setting, we should see it get even hotter. So there you go, we're reading around 53 degrees Celsius, and it is still climbing. I'll give it another few seconds to warm up. But this just shows you that it really does only take like 5, 10, 15 seconds to get super hot. So unlike the Zippo one where you might be there for, you know, a little while waiting for it to warm up, setting up, etc. This one you just flick the switch and it's up and running straight away. So you saw that we're reading up to around 58 degrees Celsius. And now we can use my USB watt meter to measure how much power this consumes when it's charging. Now, one thing I wondered is whether you could charge it and use it at the same time, but unfortunately you cannot do that. I guess they're worried about the battery getting too hot or drawing too much power, so you cannot charge it and use it at the same time. So right now you can see we're measuring 5 volts from my power bank, 0.85 amp, 4.3 watts, and that's pretty much the highest I've seen this draw. I haven't seen it go any higher than 4.5 watts. So it's an okay charging speed. I believe they say it takes 2 to 3 hours to charge. Let me check the back here. Oh, actually, it says that it takes around 5 hours to fully charge. Now, I guess that's if you've fully depleted the battery. Chances are you're only going to use this for, say, 30 minutes to an hour a day. So you're not going to run the battery all the way down. Just use it, charge it, use it, charge it, just like you would with a cell phone. And there you go. That's pretty much the charge rate, 4 to 4.5 watts. Now, it's actually funny timing with this because my friend had some muscle contraction pain and it was recommended that he used a heat pack. So what we did was just put this on medium and then applied it to his neck where he had the issue, and he felt like it actually helped. Within 5-10 minutes he felt like he had better movement, less pain. So it doesn't just have to be a hand warmer. There are other uses for this. It's just a really good product. Like I said, this one is £20. There are cheaper ones on Amazon, the generic Chinese ones, but honestly the reviews were so bad. Most of them said that they stopped working after like an hour and then they wouldn't charge anymore, or that they just didn't get very hot. There were just so many complaints. So this is why I reached out to HotRox and said, hey, I want to try your one because it's got the best reviews. Can I try it out? And they let me. So if you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.